What's good YouTube, it's your boy MVT and welcome back to the What MVT Thinks channel, where we talk about everything movie and TV shows related. Now in today's video, I'm back with another Power video, but more importantly, we're going to be looking at Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Episode 5 trailer breakdown and predictions. Episode 5 is titled Choose Your Battles, and with the episode description reading, eager to transform her business after the stash house is hit, Rack overhauls her operation, meanwhile Kanan is detained after having a fight with Scrappy. Now as we all know, in episode 4, one of the main things that happened was Unique finding out where Rack's stash house was by Davina and hitting it, almost killing Kanan and Uncle Marvin. Things are about to heat up real quick in episode 5 in my opinion. From the preview trailer, we see that Rack telling someone that she knows that it was Neek that hit the stash and that it's time to go on the offense. So it's clear that she's ready for war. We also see Kanan say that when she burns shit down, she burns it all the way down. So far we've seen that Rack's a cold-hearted killer, calculated and doesn't take shit from anyone. So I'm curious to see how she handles this situation and decides to hit back at Unique. She's probably going to have a family meeting letting everyone know that the roads are hot right now and the next plan of attack. We also see in the preview trailer Marvin beating someone in what looks like an apartment. Now I'm not 100% sure if this person has anything to do with Unique or the stash house getting hit, but we already know that Marvin is going to be on a rampage. After losing the money at the stash, getting shot at and putting Kanan's life in a situation that almost got him killed, he's going to be raging and he's going to be trying to get revenge on whoever and whenever he can. Now Unique at the moment is probably feeling on top of the game. He feels like he's winning, but he's got to know that Rack is going to be coming back at him hard, so he's going to have to prepare himself properly. To be honest, I don't really see Unique lasting the whole season. Personally, I feel like Kanan is going to kill him at a later episode, either him or Rack, but I personally don't see him lasting the whole season. This will also be a good setup to bring someone new in, maybe Breeze for the other side or something like that, which I personally think will happen at the beginning of season 2. Now we all know that Kanan thinks that Scrappy is the snitch, and at the minute it's unclear why. Now there could be two reasons as to why he feels like Scrappy is a snitch, and I'm going to cover both reasons right now. So the first reason why Kanan might feel like Scrappy is the snitch is because he might think that Scrappy was the one that told Unique where the stash house was. Now we all know that it was Davina who gave up the information, but as we've seen already, Kanan doesn't really know how to act. At this point in the story, he isn't very clued up. He makes loads of mistakes, with the biggest one being showing Davina where the stash house was in the first place. He's so blinded by love that he can't even see that she is the problem. It's gonna crush him when he finds out that she was the one that snitched to Unique and almost got him killed. Scrappy even warned him about leaving the stash and telling people what they used that house for in the first place, but as we see, Kanan sees Davina and that all goes out the window. At this point, he really is just all over the place. I can't wait to see the growth and change when it does happen. Now on the flip side, the other reason why Kanan might feel like Scrappy is the snitch or is a snitch could be because after the stash house got hit, Rock could have confronted Scrappy about it, knowing that he was the only person that knew where the stash was and that he was conveniently sick on that day. This is definitely going to make Rock think that he was the reason behind it at her first thought. I feel like Scrappy, with his life on the line, will tell Rock that he saw Kanan talking to Davina outside the stash and it must have been her. Rock will then speak to Kanan about it, and then Kanan's going to put 2 and 2 together and realize that Scrappy was the one that told his mum that he was talking to Davina outside the stash house. So I'm pretty sure those are going to be one of the reasons as to why Kanan feels like Scrappy is a snitch. It's either because he feels like he snitched and told Unique where the trap was, or that he feels like he was a snitch because he told Rack that obviously he was speaking to Davina outside. Either way, it's all Kanan's fault in my opinion. Personally, I really like Scrappy. I feel like he's a solid soldier, and I mean, it's not his fault that his arse was leaking throughout the whole day and that he couldn't get to the stash house. At the end of the day, Uncle Marvin really shouldn't have left Kanan in the stash house by himself, and in reality he shouldn't have been there in the first place. When Rack finds out that Uncle Marvin took Kanan to the stash and put his life in danger, there's gonna be a price to pay, I promise you. But when you guys really think about it, the stash house getting hit is ultimately Kanan's fault, as I said previously. If he never left the house on that day to speak to Davina, she wouldn't have been able to tell Unique anything because she wouldn't have known anything. And I think this is somewhat the point of the story as well, to show us the viewer that at one point the cold-hearted killer we know as Kanan wasn't always like that. He's made huge mistakes that could have costed him and his family their lives, and this probably isn't isn't the last time he's going to do that. We are really going to get to see the full growth and change of Kanan from simp to heartless thug, in my opinion. It's going to be very interesting to watch, and I definitely see episode 5 being a turning point in the season, and it usually is a turning point in all Power series, so I can't actually wait till Sunday so I can watch episode 5. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. We also see in the trailer of episode 5 Lulu talking to Crown, telling him Jukebox is going to be singing on the next song. Now it seems like Crown isn't really for it, as he states that they need a professional vocalist. You can tell this kind of rubs Lulu the wrong way. We already know that they don't really like each other, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. I don't think Lulu is going to do anything to Crown just yet, because that probably would stop Jukebox's music career, and we know that Lulu does really care about Jukebox and he wants her to pursue her music, so he's not going to do anything to kind of jeopardize that. But if Crown does continue to kind of be the guy that he is, I do see Lulu kind of, you know, fixing his attitude maybe a few episodes down the line, or even just getting rid of him as a whole by the end of the season. I could definitely see that happening. Also, at the end of the trailer, we see Detective Howard and Burke watching over Kanan. They see Kanan and Scrappy fighting, and this is ultimately what's going to get Kanan arrested. So we're finally going to see Detective Howard and Kanan actually have a proper conversation. Now there's been a lot of fan theories out there. Detective Howard is actually Kanan's uncle or father. Personally, I don't really see him being Kanan's father. I feel like that's a bit too far-fetched, but I wouldn't put it past him to be his uncle. That would definitely be something I could see happening, and that would actually be very, very interesting for the storyline as well. I'm also very curious to see what happens with Davina. After finding out that she was the one that told Unique where the stash was, I could see Rack wanting her dead. Now I know a lot of you might feel like this is a bit extreme, but when you think about it, it's definitely not. She put Kanan's life in jeopardy and got the stash hit. To me, that's more than enough to want you dead. I can see Rock wanting Lulu to deal with it the same way he dealt with D-Wiz, or Rock might actually tell Kanan it's time for him to actually put in that real work himself. We know that in Power, Kanan said to Tariq, "You aren't a real killer till you kill someone you love," and that could very well be Davina he was talking about. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, but if that is the case, that will definitely be the turning point for Kanan that will make him go cold-hearted and turn into that cold-hearted killer that we know from the actual series Power. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you guys have any thoughts and theories for episode 5, do let me know in the comments, and if you guys have any video ideas which you guys want me to cover or theories, do let me know as well. You guys can hit me up on socials and stuff like that and give me video ideas, and I don't mind doing them. As you guys might know, I was uploading very consistently about 4 to 5 months ago, and then I kind of went off the railings a little bit. I haven't really uploaded a lot since then, but now Power is back. My videos will be back very consistently, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, and if you guys could, it really helps me a lot if you guys share this video on one of your social media platforms. It don't matter what social media platform it is. If you could just share this video somewhere, or even with just a friend on WhatsApp or text, that will help me out a bunch, I promise you guys. One more thing to note is that all my socials will be in the description below. If you guys want to see a face reveal or some sort of something like that, you guys can follow my personal Instagram, which will be in the description box below. I will have another video coming out about Power Book 3, raising Kanan, within the next week before the next episode actually lands, so make sure you guys are subscribed and stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, as I said already. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a lovely day. I'm out. Peace. Let it go, make my body go, make our bodies high.